Alright, what's up guys? Finally making my third video. I had one lined up for y'all already, but last week I've been meaning to make it, but it was 14 minutes and I thought I had a 15-minute time limit. That's what the shit said, but I guess not. I guess you have to pay for that. Okay, so my update, guys, is pretty good. So I told you, I already know about my two pulmonary function tests, how the first one was asked, the second one I did on my own, and it opened numerous opportunities when the first one told me I can't join, but now all of a sudden opportunities are open. So don't let no one hold you back. Just do what you think is going to get you into the military. Okay, so I want to get to the questions first from the comments. Somebody asked how many times you have to take a pulmonary functions test. It just depends on your situation, man. I mean, if I were you and you haven't took any pulmonary functions tests, all MEPS requires is a passed pulmonary functions test. So, I mean, if you're really interested in enlisting in the Army, go get a pulmonary functions test done by your doctor. Ask them, like, I want to get a pulmonary functions test because I have asthma, supposedly I have asthma, but I want to join the military. Can you give me a test and see how good I perform? Take the test, see how good you perform, and then, you know, go enlist. That'll be the first step. That would be my first step. And just don't even deal with all this crap. I mean, just do that straight up, send it, get enlisted. You don't have to go through everything I'm going through. Okay, guys, so I got a third pulmonary function test done because I wanted a different doctor, and he thought it'd be a good idea to get a third test done so he can write about my lungs, because it depends. Whatever a doctor issues, only he can talk about it. So he had to issue me a test so he can give a description about my lungs. So he did the pulmonary function test. He said my lungs are in very good condition. I only failed one area, which is the one area of the test. It's like different areas. You can't really pass or fail the pulmonary function test. It just depends how good you do, and certain areas pretty much mean you passed. So I got a pulmonary function test done. My new doctor, who seems more for the military. So I got that test done. Oh my gosh, I'm tired. I got the test done, and he said my lungs are good. The only thing I have is airway restriction, but it's not asthma, and it's not something that can give me an asthma attack, he said. And remember, guys, in the military book, in the rules, if you go to any recruiting station, they have a book. Ask them about the book that shows about disqualifying factors. It says any asthma is disqualifying. So I pretty much should have never said I have asthma, because my doctor just told me I do not have asthma. I just have airway restriction. Minor airway restriction. I'm talking about any lungs perform at 100%. I have results, guys. I can show you the test, but I'm not, because it shows private stuff on there. I only dropped 2%. I was performing at 98%. Do you really call that asthma? Ask yourself, do you call that asthma, you know? Okay, and another question I saw a guy put, he said, what do you plan on MOSing when I join the military? Well, I had MP in mind, but, I mean, I've just heard a bunch of stuff, like, not even from the recruiters. I know recruiters lie to you, but they told me some stuff, and I'm talking about my dad told me some stuff when he was in the Army. I'm talking about people I work with that aren't in the Army no more, that have never been recruiters, tell me stuff that MPs aren't, you know, the greatest thing to be. I mean, I heard infantry can become a police officer after the military. They'd rather take infantry than MPs, because infantry are on more patrols. They're just, I mean, what's the military without infantry, right? So my thing is, I'm trying to go, I was going to go MP, but I decided not to. I mean, basically at the rate I'm in, guys, I mean, I've been trying to enlist for a long time now. I'm just trying to get in the military. I mean, MOSing isn't really much of a big deal to me, in that it just has to interest me a little bit, and then I'll do it. I mean, the infantry, it interests me. I mean, cavalry scout, I mean, anything. I mean, just as long as I do want combat. I'm trying to go combat. Most likely I'm going to end up infantry. Probably airborne infantry in Fort Benning. That's what I'm going for. Okay, I'm trying to think. Was there another questions on the comments? Back to my asthma, back to my pulmonary functions test. Remember, my previous doctor said something about I'd have problems breathing in the forest when Fort Benning, Fort Leonard Wood, just all these places. And then my doctor, the new one I have now, seems more for the med-surg, like I said, he was like, you know what, let's prove your doctor wrong and let's prove MEPS wrong, because MEPS is also thinking the way my last doctor was thinking. So this doctor, my good doctor, I respect him, he's good. He said, let's get a blood test done while we're at it to see if you're allergic to anything. If I'm allergic to anything that's asthma related that would give me an asthma attack, then I might, could have an asthma attack. But he says even if I was allergic to something specifically like that towards asthma, I wouldn't have an asthma attack because of how good of shape my lungs are. So I'm getting the blood test done. I got all this done last Wednesday, and he's writing my letter, and I should get it back around this Tuesday, which I plan to make a new video. Then I'll read that letter out loud to you guys to show what you can get, even though they say you have asthma. It's just, it's nice. It's nice to get a doctor to write a letter about you like that. It'll really help you in enlisting. So that's where I'm at, guys. Let me think. Pulmonary test, got that covered. Blood test, got it covered. I think that was all the comments that I needed to get to in the videos, but I think that's about it. Just ask some more questions, guys, and I'll make you an update video. I'll make you an update video with my letter from my doctor and sending up my stuff to MEPS. Hopefully I'll get an answer in about 2 months, whether I can go to medical screening or not, and once I can, I'll go to medical screening and then get enlisted. Alright, well, thanks, guys.